What's up, Binge Boy listeners? Oh my God. All right, what a start.
You crushed that.
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
Right. So, welcome, as I already said. If you're joining us for the first time, oh God, it says welcome again. Welcome back. Or, oh my God, I'm nailing this, you guys.
You're crushing this intro.
All right, if this is your first time, the premise is each week my co-host and I break down the hottest in TVs and movies. And every Thursday, we have a bonus episode of the show entitled The Run Through. And on those episodes, I'm joined. Oh, wait, this goes to Logan.
Oh, my God. My bad. The intro is kind of typed up as if I'm the one reading it. That's my bad. Maybe I should reword that so no matter who's hosting it, they get that. They get it, done right. But either way, this Thursday, man, great. Tanner, I love this. This is great. I'm going to cut a clip of this intro. This was great. Sending it to everybody that we know. This Thursday, guys, we got a great episode of the Run Through. We had a very special guest. We had David Ruff from Circling Back podcast and Too Much Dip, a guy who Matt and I are pretty huge fans of.
Yeah.
Just monumental fans of. Listened to him for years, and him and his co-hosts on those shows. And he agreed to come on the Run Through and talk about Ghostbusters, the 1984 version of the movie, which is his favorite movie of all time. And we just chopped it up about Bill Murray making inappropriate sexual advances towards college students, because that's what he does in that movie.
Facts.
So it's a great listen. Make sure you tune in on Thursday. But for the rest of the year, we got some fire-ass episodes coming, man. Of course, next Thursday is the 16th, which is the night that Spider-Man No Way Home comes out. And that is the day that the run-through for The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 will drop.
Hell yeah.
Matt and Tanner and I will be on our bullshit talking about some Spider-Man. And then the following week, we're going to be celebrating the release of the new Matrix movie, and we'll do a run-through of the first Matrix film, just titled The Matrix. And then the last week, Tanner and I will round out the year with a little bit of Christmas vacation action.
Hell yeah.
Just a little bit?
Absolutely. Just a little bit.
It's going to be like a 2-minute episode. It's like, it's great. Cousin Eddie.
Essentially, yeah. Cousin Eddie steals the show. Merry Christmas. The shitter is full.
The villain has a point. I'll say it.
Hey, the villain does have a point. But anyway, Tanner, that's kind of what's going down for the first or for the end of the year. The run through. Tanner, back to you.
So if you guys want to know about that stuff as it happens, you can follow us on a bunch of things. And the first place you can follow us is Instagram at BingeBoysPod and on Twitter at BingeBoysPod. And that's where you will get our announcements, top 5 lists, reviews, and much, much more content.
Yep.
Next thing, you can go on iTunes and make sure you've left a 5-star rating for us, as well as maybe a short review if you got the time. It would very much help us out.
Yeah.
And so we've got hella announcements this week.
Yeah. First of all, can I give a quick disclaimer and kind of pose a question to you two real quick?
Let's do it.
I was watching, I'm a big fan of, I know, reaction videos on YouTube, watching other people watch things. And this thing popped up on my homepage of this guy watching Endgame for the first time. And of course, we all know Tony Stark puts on the gauntlet, snaps the fingers, and saves the day. Now, I know that the timing was a little weird because of Hulk putting on the gauntlet, snapping his fingers, and then Thanos attacks. Everyone's in disarray. But couldn't somebody else have just put the gauntlet back on and snapped the villains away? And just prevented the entire fight and Tony dying?
Having not seen it since it was released, I would, realistically enough, I would think yes. But maybe they explained it away. It looks like Tanner's looking to say something here.
What do you think?
No, because they blow up the compound immediately after that happens. Like almost like, well, they're in shock because like they hear birds chirping, stuff came back,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, but
immediately
like,
after, boom.
yeah, but I'm thinking in pure terms of like, but now I'm kind of starting to question myself because like they discussed in the movie, nobody could handle the blast of the radiation of the gauntlet except for Hulk. So like I guess unless Hulk was gonna snap and ruin his other arm, that no one else really had a chance to, unless Captain Marvel. I bet she could probably snap it. I think.
I would think so. But
I mean, she's like the all powerful, is she not?
Apparently.
Yeah, for real. I mean, but she had her exactly 3.5 hours of filming for that movie, and she wasn't going to go 1 minute over. So
it's true. That's very true. She came down real tough on that one. But okay, I just wanted to pose that question. I was just watching the video and I was like,
good question.
Wait just a damn minute. They could have prevented that entire fight. Tony could still be alive. But
you know what? They couldn't because the script didn't say it.
You're right. You're right. Marcus and McFeely wanted to give us a kick-ass action sequence, and they sure did.
Sure.
Yeah,
well, maybe also you could, to sort of bring it back, maybe you're going to go on Binge Boys Pod on twitter.com. Have you heard of that? And just do a long tweet thread explaining it, and then you'll go mega viral.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that right now.
Right now, mid-pod.
Mid-pod. Tanner.
So, we've got a handful, like I said, a handful of announcements. And the first one, I want to know what you guys think of this one. Nick Cage is casted as Dracula in a like a monster movie, Universal monster movie called Renfield. I don't totally understand what this whole movie is going to be, but it seems like a big deal.
All right, let's get in here.
I'm thinking. Sorry, Tanner. I won't cut you off. I think this was part of Universal's plans to launch like a monster cinematic universe.
Oh yeah.
I think the dark universe with like Tom Cruise as the Mummy, right?
Yep. I think I don't know if you were there, Tanner, but I know Matt and I think discussed this like not too long ago. Just that whole concept of the dark universe. I feel like we talked about this recently.
I think so. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does.
Because I think even like the Invisible Man is technically like a Universal monster. So I don't know if that movie was like, I thought that was also planned to be in there, but then after the Mummy kind of fell apart, they like gave the director a little bit more freedom, and it worked out really well. I think I didn't see it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Me too.
Yeah,
but I didn't hear good things about the Mummy.
No, nothing good.
I heard that.
No, not many good things were said about the Mummy.
But yeah, I'm not really finding much more information about this Nick Cage Dracula role.
But looking at his face, the picture on this article, he looks like Dracula already.
Is it the Hollywood Reporter one?
Yep. You see
it?
Yeah.
Yep. I definitely see it.
Wait, now I got to look at this article.
Dude, that's so creepy. The more I look at it, the more he turns into Dracula.
Yeah, he does. I just want a shot of the movie of him, like the famous meme of him going like with the fang teeth.
He might.
So yeah, there you go.
We'll see.
Yep. All right, and the second headline is: did you guys catch that Texas chainsaw? Oh my God, Texas Chainsaw! Good God,
this is
Texas Chainsaw Massacre Netflix reboot.
That I think I saw it, and it looks it's going to be horrifying.
Is it going to be a show or a series or a movie?
I believe a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it looks absolutely terrifying. He's going to look creepier than ever, and it's going to be gory as hell. I already know.
It looks like they're kind of taking like the new like Scream and the new Halloween approach of kind of like glorifying and just like really paying tribute to Leatherface. Mm-hmm. Like they're really trying to like I think it's along the same veins of like not rebooting it, but kind of like revitalizing it with like the actors from the original and him coming back to terrorize them, like just a reunion movie essentially. I don't know. I've never seen the original. I'll be honest.
Oh God,
sounds like a run through waiting to happen.
Sure does.
I saw the one that's most recent. That's like it was like 2000 something in there one.
I think so. Yeah, they've made them like every 10 years for the past like 40 years, it seems like.
I just remember being too young, and it was
Yeah.
way too much shit for me. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay. Maria Hill. She's returning for Secret Invasion. Kobe Smulders. I can never say her name right.
Robin
both gonna be-
Trubowski.
Her-
Yeah, exactly. Robin from How I Met Your Mother.
There you go. And Sam L will be with her, so that nice little duo is back together. What do y'all think?
I'm down. I thought we saw her in one of the shows. I thought maybe WandaVision.
Did she pop up in the
Yeah,
end of
she might have.
WandaVision?
She might have.
I think she might have. Because it wasn't Falcon and the Winter
What
Soldier.
No, because that wasn't really Shield related at all.
No, I think that Shield was the organization that popped up at the end of WandaVision, right? Like the crowd control.
Wasn't it a different version of
I
Shield?
thought it was Skrull. Sword was.
Oh, that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah. She was on What If, but other than that,
Yeah. Maybe that could be what I'm thinking of as well, but might not have been her doing the voice. I don't know. This is the inner machinations of my mind, just a complete war zone.
I know. No idea.
Dude, talk about job security for this woman. Like,
Dude,
she's been in it since like what, Thor? And
yeah.
and has just been milking it every 4 movies. She pops up for like 20 minutes.
She does one action sequence. She does like some just like talk on the bridge, like point at computers and stuff. One action sequence. Cashes probably a fat check and calls it a day. Says, "Call me in 2 years."
Dude, I'm about to, Tanner, while you're moving on, I'm gonna get her paycheck for the last movie she did.
I caught the Peacemaker full trailer.
Really?
Yes, and I actually think it's going to be hilarious. But I'm a little worried that they're gonna, take this one character that came out of the Suicide Squad that everybody loved and fucking butcher it.
Really?
You know what I mean? That's what I'm worried about. Yes, because
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. DC doesn't have a great track record at all.
Not with pivoting their live action stuff into further success. I mean, they can't keep a Batman around for 2 movies. More than 2 movies, I guess.
I was just gonna find a way to bring up Batman versus Superman for you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. I know it's your favorite movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. When we went through and re-uploaded our scores for all the things, that was my favorite thing to change into a letter grade from a 1 out of 5. I think I did give it a D-. I don't think I gave it an F.
That's generous.
I can fact check that real quick because I'm pretty sure, Matt, I'm so glad you said that, because when I was just kind of like scrolling through and I saw your score, I legit like laughed out loud. I was like, let's go. I just find it fucking like, it was just like, it must have been like a bunch of good movies. Like it was like A, B, 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 F. And I just started laughing. Let me see. What did we give Batman versus Superman? Yeah, you gave it an F.
Okay. I feel like, maybe that's fair. Maybe that's just the brand, but either way, it can't be undone now.
You got to commit to the bit.
Yep.
I love it. Tanner, before you move on, I didn't find exactly how much she gets paid for each Avengers movie. However, I can tell you that for each episode of How I Met Your Mother, she made $225,000, which means she made about $5 million per season.
Holy fuck.
Her current net worth, do you want to take a guess?
Ooh, this is a good one.
This is a good one because How I Met Your Mother it's been 7 years since the show ended, so you kind of got to take that in effect, but you got to take the Marvel checks in effect too.
Yeah, it has medium to light syndication. It's not The Office. It's not Friends.
No, I'll tell you this to give you a little hint. It's less than 100 million.
Okay, I'm thinking in the realm of 20.
Okay, Tanner, what you think?
50.
It is 18.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
Big
but
ol'
yeah,
Matt.
it says she has been in the MCU, Avengers, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Age of Ultron, Infinity War, Endgame, Spider-Man: Far From Home for like 2 minutes, and Agents of Shield briefly for like 2 minutes.
Shouts. People are
She was
calling Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command of the MCU.
I don't know about that.
Dude,
Who's saying that?
I have my sources on the streets.
Okay.
You got your
Yeah, I
connections.
think Peacemaker looks fine. I really liked Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad movie. I think he was one of the standouts along with Idris Elba. And of course, King Shark. Why don't we give him a show?
Yeah,
Give
for real.
King Shark a show.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I think episodes are like weekly uploads, just like Hawkeye and the other MCU shows. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm down. I mean, I'm gonna give it a shot just because I like Suicide Squad so much.
Yeah. I just worry John in terms of a lot of things, John Cena is a good leading man, but I don't think being like the emotional center of like a show, or even like he's a good like action center, or a good like sort of slightly less lead like he was in the Suicide Squad kind of. So that's my only reservation about it.
Makes total sense.
It does. I got another exciting headline. Are you ready?
What
for
is
it?
it?
Doctor Strange 2's trailers. Reportedly, it's ready. Even though the movie's been delayed, it's still ready, and we're still supposed to get a trailer around the time No Way Home hits, which is very exciting. But also, I doubt it'll be right away. I bet it'll be a month maybe after, because they got to give the fans time to actually see the movie, because I'm sure it'll be a spoiler trailer.
Oh,
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, God. It's next week.
Yeah, I know.
Very soon.
Very sneaky friend of the program. I was talking to Jordan Burton. He's been on a couple episodes in the past. And he was like, "Movies next week, right?" And I was like, "Oh, shit. It is."
Yeah, I know. Same here.
Theoretically, yes.
Yeah. That's
Exactly
what I thought.
All right, Tanner, what you got next?
All right. Something that we've all been waiting for. I'm pretty sure we've all been waiting for. Spider-Verse 2 trailer came out. What did you guys think? I thought.
Did they change the art style?
No.
I think it looks a tad different.
He
like
looks a tad older.
It almost looks like they're making the art style look more like, along with like at the end of the trailer, how it was like glitching.
Yeah,
it kind of had that glitchy, effect to it.
Okay,
but either way, I'm here for it.
I was going to see this regardless if they release no trailer, so that's
yeah.
I'm happy to talk about it, but
sneaky interesting with the part 1 situation.
Yeah, what's that?
Why not just a first movie, or why not a second movie in a trilogy and then a third movie in the trilogy? Why a part 1 and 2?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question.
I mean, Into the Spider-Verse kind of sounds like intro, so maybe that was more of like a prequel than this is the story they now want to tell over 2 parts. That, I don't know.
I like you said, I was gonna see it regardless if all we got was a poster. But man, Spider-Man, now's the time to be a Spider-Man fan.
Dude, it's not even Spider Monday, and we're talking about it.
Spider Monday has come and gone. What? What else? What other headlines you got, Tanner?
Real quick, I'm trying to figure out what that suit, what that like Spider-Man was that he was fighting, or that was fighting him. It's that futuristic Spider-Man, but I can't remember the name.
Is it the 2099?
That's
Thank
it.
you. Yes,
Like
2099.
the blue and red. Yep.
Also played by Oscar Isaac. It's been revealed.
What the heck?
He apparently voiced him in the after credits scene of the first movie.
Dude, it's Oscar Isaac's year, man.
Hey,
talk about job security. Oscar Isaac's just making money.
Yeah.
Right.
Moon Knight, Dune, your favorite movie, Logan.
Yeah, Dune, Moon Knight, this movie. I'm sure I don't know if we'll ever see him in a Star Wars role again, but still, like, that Star Wars money he's probably still sitting on. Like, dude's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
he's the only one that moved on out of those 3 actors.
Facts.
Very true. Fun fact:
Orlando.
he played Apocalypse in the X-Men movies, X-Men Apocalypse,
Oh,
which is not a great movie.
Dude, that's proof that he's just got something. If he was able to walk away from the namesake of that stinker.
Yeah, that was a certified stinking movie.
certified stinker.
Yeah.
All right, another thing that we were all a little worried about but saw coming. All right, Kevin Feige says if we were to see Daredevil again, it will be played by Charlie Cox, which thank God, And
Yeah, this is an interesting, like how he just comes out a week before No Way Home when he's supposedly supposed to be in the movie for like 2 scenes, and just says, by the way, Charlie Cox is our guy. If you do see him, almost like he's like saving his ass. Almost, it just feels very like a defensive comment.
Yeah, that's what I was looking like. This is that old just meme format of like absolutely nobody. Kevin Feige, Charlie Cox will play MCU Daredevil.
Yeah,
like why are we talking about this, Kev?
Yeah, like you could have just let us be surprised in the movie, even though the rumors are as heavy as they are. Like, but I guess that's a little hypocritical. I mean, the rumors are that Toby and Andrew are going to be in the movie, but when they show up on screen, we're all going to freak out as if we didn't know they were coming.
Yeah.
That's right. He says where we see that, how we see that, and when we see that still remains to be seen. Okay.
Very interesting that he says this also a few days before, and we'll get to it later, but how we're supposedly going to see Kingpin in this week's Hawkeye episode just seems very, or at least be hinted at Kingpin. That's the rumor. Just very interesting. And before we actually started recording, I saw a tweet from the actor who plays Kingpin, and he tweeted at Charlie Cox and said, let me pull it up real quick for the exact quote. But he did, like, he congratulated him, and he was just like, this is amazing. I'm so glad that you're going to be playing him in this universe, blah, blah, blah. And like the comments are just like, see you Wednesday. So that's that. I mean, he's the man for the job. We're not going to call Ben Affleck back, right?
Fuck no. Well, hey, he might show up somehow.
I've still never seen that movie, the Ben Affleck Daredevil.
I haven't. I think it is not terrible. It's not great, but I have not seen Elektra, the Jennifer Gardner spin-off sequel.
Yeah, not many people remember that that failed marriage of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner started because they were both in a Marvel movie together.
Yep.
Hey,
my sources in the streets don't even talk about that.
Nah, who are your sources in the streets?
Dude, don't worry about it.
Well, yeah.
Another good news, Shang-Chi, a sequel is in works, but it's going to be a Disney Plus show, which is quite interesting. I thought
sorry. That I worded that pretty shittily. There's a sequel in the works and a Disney Plus show.
Wait, what? There's 2?
Oh no, more Shang-Chi. Stop.
Oh no, don't give me more of the hero that I absolutely fucking love.
That was amazing fighting, so I just want to see more fighting.
I love that. Oh no, more Shang-Chi.
Damn it, 2 things. Both of them? Both platforms?
Yeah, I'm game for this. I love Shang-Chi. He was on this week's episode of Hot Ones.
Oh, okay.
Awesome,
and I was like, man, this guy is so fucking likable.
Did you see him do a backflip after throwing the first pitch at a San Francisco Giants game?
Yes.
That was bad. Of course you did. Go Giants.
Yeah. My San Francisco baseball Giants.
Yeah, more Shang-Chi. I'm not going to fight you on this.
Nope.
Yeah. And this just popped up, but Venom 3 is in the works, which, I mean, we all saw coming, but like, I don't know.
Yeah. I am heavily thinking that one of the end credit scenes of No Way Home is going to have Tom Hardy's Venom in it.
Oh, Spider-Man.
I'm not going to die on that hill, but I think it's a pretty damn good possibility.
I like it. It's not
It
going to be your
says,
John Krasinski, Mr. Fantastic take
oh God,
in
when's that gonna
WandaVision.
happen?
Oh my god, I forgot how fucking confident I was that was gonna happen.
If that's a 10, where are you at on this prediction?
I'm on a 7. I'm a 7 here.
That's
I
pretty
think,
high.
I think it's gonna happen. I think if we don't see Tom Hardy, then we'll at least see Venom or a symbiote in some form.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see. What's his name? The '70s show. What's his name?
Red Foreman.
Yes. No. We'll see. What's his name? The one who played.
No,
Venom.
damn it. What's his name that played Eddie in Spider-Man 3? Topher Grace.
Thank you.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see him.
I don't think we will.
Spider-Man's producer Amy Pascal is going to direct it. Apparently, I guess, or she's going to produce it. Sorry. So cool.
Yeah.
People are saying today's actually
this movie.
Topher Monday.
It's Marvel Monday.
It's always
Jesus,
Marvel
all of
Monday.
this-
It really is always Marvel Monday. Marvel owns Mondays at this point.
Yes.
6 out of 9 was Marvel.
What?
Nice.
6 out of 9 what was Marvel?
Headlines.
Of our headlines
Oh, yeah.
of
There you go.
Ziegling. All right. So we got movies to review, don't we?
We got movies.
We got a lot.
We're gonna start with the worst one. Not a hot take, I don't think, right, guys?
Which one are we talking about?
Wimpy Kid.
I've
I've currently got the spinning wheel of death because apparently my MacBook Air that I got not even a year ago, I don't think, is now dog shit. I'm so happy.
You want me to talk a little bit about Diary of a Wimpy Kid there, Tanner?
Go for it.
All right. Diary of a Wimpy Kid was released on Disney Plus actually over the weekend. It clocks in at you heard it here first, 57 minutes. This movie stars Cyrus Arnold, Brandon wait, this isn't the cast. Who the hell are these people?
Was it like the live action one?
No, this is the. Who the hell are these people? Oh, the cast is in alphabetical order for some dumb reason.
What the
It stars Chris, and this is his last name, Diamantopoulos.
Oh,
This guy,
that
the
poor kid.
douchebag that's in a lot of you can't see it.
yep.
It stars other people. Man, this IMDb just sucks.
Wait, it's got boom operator Brian / Ross Hanneman in it.
That's him.
Yo!
This movie is about Greg Heffley, who is an ambitious kid with an active imagination and big plans to be rich and famous. But the first problem he has is to survive middle school first. Tanner, did you read these books at all?
Yes, I love the books.
I do too. I read the
Yeah,
shit out of them when I
books
was growing up.
I did book reports on them because they were, not actual books, according to my teachers.
Yeah.
First of all, Greg Heffley, I forgot how much he's actually a douche.
Huge douche, dude.
Such a douche.
This guy's a huge asshole.
Yes.
Is that the wimpy kid of the title?
Yes.
Yes.
What does he do that's douchey / asshole-ish?
Everything
just like-
he does with Rowley.
Yeah, his good friend Rowley, who is in the movie and in the book, I guess, kind of a little childish for his age. Like,
Okay.
there's a scene where Greg goes to Rowley's house to hang out, and Rowley still has like if you want to picture like Andy's room, like a still like toy themed room. He's got like a
Okay.
toy chest. He's got like posters of like cartoons on his wall. He asks him to hang out at school, but instead of asking him to hang out, he screams like, "You want to come over after school and play?" And just very childish. And Greg just shits on him the whole movie for being a kid. And it's presumably what you enter middle school with 6th grade?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when I did.
Typical.
So these
I
kids
don't-
are sixth graders, and this guy's just an asshole.
He's an asshole. He's a bully.
Yeah, he's the bully that he's trying to dodge the entire movie.
Yes,
Hmm.
100%.
Sounds like a theme that's very similar to another movie we watched. Someone hating what they see themselves in.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie was a stinker too, man. I mean, it wasn't an absolute stinker. I gave it a C,
Yeah.
just because like me and Catherine watched this together, and by watched I mean she was working and I was working on our laptops, and it was on in the background. But I was like, this is gonna get like a D-, and she was like, this isn't made for you. Doesn't mean it's a shitty movie. You just didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but
it could be made. It should have been made for us because we were the ones who grew up reading the books.
they're trying to target the kids of today.
Who are actively reading it.
Yeah, correct.
How many?
It's a C just because, and I'm sure you relate to this, Tanner. It's a C because it's not a trash movie, but I'm never going to think about it again. Never going to even consider watching it again.
No.
But I might say, like, if I were to ever be in a situation, like, I'll be transparent. A couple of Catherine and I's friends are about to have babies, and like Catherine is a teacher and very good with children. So I see us watching children in our near future. I might throw it on to entertain a kid because it will catch a kid's attention.
Sure.
But otherwise, nah, I'm not touching this thing again.
But as soon as I turned it on, I got scared of the animation. It was terrifying.
Yeah, the
It
animation
doesn't look great.
It looks like a knockoff of Charlie Brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like horror movie Charlie Brown.
Yeah, the way that the characters' mouths were animated when they talked was really weird too. It was almost like somebody was like above the screen pulling their mouths open like a puppet.
Yeah, I'm on the IMDb page watching the trailer now. It looks fine as like stills, but then they start moving and it falls apart.
Mm-hmm. And it just is upsetting. First of all, an hour and 58 minutes? Or I'm sorry, only 58 minutes?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I was happy about that. I was like, yeah.
True. I don't know if that's actually an amazing point. When it ended, I was like, geez, I kind of am happy it was only an hour. I don't know how they could have stretched it for 30 more minutes of stuff.
I don't think they could have. They ran through the
And
whole thing.
Tanner, will it make you happy to hear that next year we are getting the sequel to Diary of a Wimpy Kid entitled Roderick Rules, based off the second book?
Shouts to Roderick.
Already been greenlit. It was greenlit with the day they launched the trailer for the first one. They're just that confident.
Fucking dumb.
Disney's pulling a DC right now.
Yeah, for real.
Greenlitting an entire Diary of a Wimpy universe.
Well, and Marvel with an
Wimpy-verse.
Echo series on the way.
True. Confident in a character they haven't even shown us yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's all I got to say really about Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I mean, it just wasn't great.
I've got one more thing.
Okay.
He's still making books, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was somewhere the other day. I was at Target and I stumbled by the book section, and they're dropping those things still.
Haven't he's had to run out of colors by now.
Oh, because every
Books. Yeah,
cover of
they're
the
all-
book is a different color.
Yeah.
Take your best guess how many you think there are.
13.
14, 20.
Ooh, Tanner gets it. 16.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, I was like,
The most recent one dropping of October 26th of this year. Yeah, pretty much October/November. Like clockwork. He's dropping one.
Really? Every year,
Yeah.
pretty much for the past
Oh,
10 years?
Since 2010. 2009. Yeah.
Wow.
I used to get them.
These books started when the MCU started.
Yeah.
I used to get them at the book fair whenever we'd get to go to the book fair during class, and then everybody would read it afterwards. Good times.
People
Back
are
when we went
saying
to
Maria Hill is the Diary of a Wimpy Kid of the MCU. Same sources are saying that.
Yeah, I think I've heard that. What's next, Tanner? What are we talking about next?
Father, Son, House of Gucci.
Oh, man. This is going to be fun.
Logan, I didn't catch it. Did you?
I did catch it.
I forgot. Matt, did you?
I did not catch it. I did not have a chance to get to the theater to see the three leading actors act in 3 different movies, allegedly. Logan, rate that take.
No.
The take isn't a horrible take. However, their characters are 3 different intensities. Like Adam Driver plays this character that is shy, reserved, humble, you could even argue. Lady Gaga plays a loud, obnoxious wife to Adam Driver. And then Jared Leto, which is actually the highlight of the movie personally, just plays an absolute dickhead, dumbass, loser. Just he's the loser of the family, and he has this amazing accent. I wish I could replicate it, but I can't. But he talks like the whole movie. Like there's this scene where they do him wrong in a certain way, and he's like, "Come on, what are you doing to me?"
Did he say like, "It's a me, Jared"?
I think after the movie, I looked at Catherine and I was like, he should be the one voicing Mario.
There is our Morbius.
Here's the deal with this movie, and it's the main problem with this movie. It's 3 hours long.
That's a lot of movie.
That's a lot of movie for a movie with no action sequences. Zero. None. No action sequences. No upbeat sequences. If you've ever seen Succession, it's just 3 hours of Succession. It's just talking, drama, yelling, talking for 3 hours. I remember I looked at my watch and Catherine looked at me, and we saw an early showing. We saw it like 4:00 in the afternoon. It's not like we saw it at 7 at night. And she looked at me and she's like, "How much longer?" And I said, "It's only been 45 minutes.
Oh my God.
It was so long, bro. And you know how we say, like King Richard, long movie didn't feel long at all.
Mm-hmm.
This was the exact opposite of that, bro. I looked at my watch several times.
Ouch.
Was just I'm glad.
I think I didn't butcher it review wise, but because it was a pretty damn good movie, except for the fact that it was long as shit.
Yeah. What'd you go with for?
I'm gonna go pull up my my take here. I think I gave it a B- because it was a good movie.
That's a good.
No, I gave it a B.
Yeah,
I gave it a B. It was a good movie. I would, if you want to know the story about the Gucci family and how that whole brand and thing started, like this is the movie for you.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish it was like an HBO Max situation.
Yeah. I feel like from what you're saying, there's an edit of this movie out there that is like maybe a little bit shorter, maybe cut, like edited in such a certain way to be a little bit more exciting to keep attention. But they could have
easily cut 30 minutes from this movie. There was so much shit. And I get that they were really trying to like tell the story about like Lady Gaga. She comes from this family of like nobody. She meets I forget his name, the Gucci son at a club. They fall in love, and she kind of becomes this self-obsessed, like almost like tries to run the business for him when he's the actual Gucci guy.
Gotcha.
The cast was great. Salma Hayek pops up in this movie for like 20 minutes. Very weird. She plays like a witch. Yep.
What?
Yep. We're still talking about House of Gucci. You didn't zone out.
Your podcast app didn't skip.
No, yeah, we plays a witch. Jeremy Irons is in this. He plays like the Gucci like senior, the dad of the main character. I think his name was like Giovanni Gucci or something.
Mm-hmm.
They all had very authentic, like
Italian.
not authentic, very Italian names.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. The 2 highlights of this movie or 3 highlights. First of all, Lady Gaga kills it again in this acting gig. She's fucking fantastic. Number 2, Jared Leto, comic relief, And his accent was just almost damn near perfect.
Yeah.
And Al Pacino was a very main character of this movie.
What this cast, man?
Yeah, it's a stellar cast.
Yeah.
It's good. Like Al Pacino, like has done the best acting I've ever seen from him. Like really good Al Pacino. Like he was in the trailer, like in one scene. I was like, oh, so Al Pacino is going to be in this movie for like 20 minutes. Also, no, he's in the entire movie. He's very good. But that's it, man. I mean, the performances were amazing. Oh, one last thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that also made it not fun to watch in terms of length, bro, this movie looked dull. It was the color tones were
drab.
Yeah, dark gray, dark blue, navy blue, black, some white and some gray in there. But like for a movie about fashion, like how could it be so dull? You would think it would be a movie with colors like Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
like neon, yellow, bright blue, red. Like, bro, this movie was depressing to look at.
Yeah.
Like if you pull up the House of Gucci poster, and there's two versions of the poster. There's like a yellow gold poster, and then there's like a dark blue poster. Yep. That is the entire color tone of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very sad to look at.
The yellow one looks like it'd be a much more uplifting movie than the than what it sounds like it is. So looks like they should have just gone with the blue.
Yeah. Hey, Ridley Scott, guy that complains people's attention spans are bad, make a more visually appealing movie.
He was just getting ahead of the story. He was like, It's like, I warned you guys that people can't handle my movies or can't handle anything that isn't a superhero movie.
That's it. Just make a movie that's fun to watch and good to look at, but this movie was neither, but it was a good movie. It told the great story, so I give it a B.
I have one more question before we move on.
Yeah.
So just right off the bat, don't think about it at all. They add in Gucci Mane. Better or worse movie?
Way better.
That's the right answer.
If Gucci Mane was just like a side character in this movie, like A+. Yeah.
Dude, imagine you're watching the House of Gucci in Gucci Mane's house.
Oh my god.
That's like Spider-Verse type shit. Yeah, ultimately would have been a better movie. I don't think that I can see Adam Driver, Lady Gaga, shit, maybe even Jared Leto and Al Pacino all getting nominations.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think any of them will win. Maybe Lady Gaga, because she was pretty awesome. But in a year that we've gotten that movie, we missed it. But it was the Spencer movie with Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana. I heard that's like award territory performance for her. I don't think Lady Gaga will beat her because I still want to somehow catch that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, the acting was pretty damn good. I mean, Lady Gaga did what she did in A Star Is Born. She killed it. She carried the movie.
That was a great movie.
But that's House of Gucci, man. I just wish it was available to watch at home so I could have paused it and taken breaks because it was so boring, bro.
Looked at the sun, maybe like read a children's book just to get some
real.
Right,
wrote a better script for Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
You probably could have.
More like Diary of a Wimpy Movie, bro.
Dang, that's it. That's the episode title.
That's exactly what the episode title is. Okay, Tanner, what we got next?
All right, we're moving on to The Power of Dog. I could not catch this movie in time, but you both did. I know that. And you both give it really, really high ratings. So tell me what it's about.
Matt, I'll let you go first on this one.
Sure. All right. Just to give a little set dressing. We got Benedict Cumberbatch. We got Jesse Plemons. We've got Kirsten Dunst, and we've got some little squirrely kid whose name I didn't catch. He's Australian. I know that. Takes place in the mid-20s out in Montana. Filmed in New Zealand, oddly enough, which that's where the writer of the movie's from. the Benedict Cumberbatch is kind of like the classic man's man rancher. He's, drives cattle, and his brother Jesse Plemons is kind of a soft, bookish type. But then things change when Plemons brings home a new woman and her son, and
Yep.
I guess that's where we start. So, Logan, I'm very curious to hear what you thought about the movie. I did not peg this as one you would rate as highly as you did.
Yeah, I was impressed with myself too.
Love to hear it.
Honestly, one thing I can give credit to this podcast in general is just that it's given me, I'm more than just guy who loves superhero movies and that's it.
Yeah.
Because the movie was good at best. It wasn't amazing.
Right.
It was pretty good, but then I went online afterwards and kind of like looked it up, what the symbolism in the movie represented and everything. And after I read all of it, I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, like it come together really well with just like a little bit of help. And I don't know if that's necessarily the movie's fault. It seemed to put it all out there, and maybe just us as watchers aren't as tuned to look for that kind of stuff.
Right. I very much, bro, we've talked about it almost every movie we've reviewed today. If you want to talk about job security, Jesse Plemons, bro.
Dude, he is that guy.
He is in everything. He is literally that guy. Like when I was describing this movie to my parents, I was like, Benedict Cumberbatch, Kristen Dunst, and that guy from Jungle Cruise, Breaking Bad, Friday Night Lights, Game Night,
yeah.
The list just goes on with this guy, man. He's in everything.
Good.
And I really liked his character in this movie.
I feel like he had the least to do in terms of like character stuff, but I don't think it was necessarily an easy role, but I think he did really good. He's kind of a bit of an aw shucks kind of guy throughout this whole movie.
Yeah, not like a crazy performance, but like
tuned.
Yeah, like I felt for his character. Like like he's clearly the one of two brothers. Tanner, we won't go heavy in spoilers because I know you said that you wanted to watch the movie still this week. Because it is worth a watch, I think.
Definitely.
He is one of two brothers, Benedict Cumberbatch being the other brother, and Benedict is like, hardcore, like the ranch is my life. I haven't showered in weeks. And I live for the hunt. I'm not going to. And Jesse Plemons is like, yeah, I grew up on the farm. I grew up in that life, but I want to make a better life for myself.
Yeah. I didn't think about it like that. That's a good way to put it.
And Benedict's character is just very dickish. Like, if you don't like the ranch, then fuck you, essentially.
Basically.
Like, and Jesse Plemons is like trying to move on, get a woman in his life, yada, yada, yada. And it's kind of like a cool... I don't know. He was just a cool performance. Like, it wasn't Oscar worthy, but it was a cool role for him.
I would think it could be worth like best supporting actor nomination. True. Because I would say Cumberbatch is the lead in this, and maybe even the kid, Peter. Is that the character's name?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, the kid did pretty good.
He did. Yeah. I mean, for his age, and I think he hit the notes and sort of the mannerisms that he needed to
Agreed.
Yeah. I'm trying to ask a question that won't spoil it in such a way.
And partly, I doubt I don't know if I'll remember. So,
do you think the ending of the movie was intentional from the beginning, Logan?
In terms of what happened to Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yes. Or do you think there was a point where that became the plan?
So he dies.
That's a lot of reaching, but yeah.
Dude, Binge Boys has done one thing, and it's made me be able to predict every single movie, almost.
You see a lot of movies then. You just figure out
Yes.
the patterns.
It's true. Well,
Yes,
Matt,
so
yes
easy.
and no. Because I found out this is actually based on a book.
Yep.
Ooh.
And two, I think it's better that he died.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's one of those characters that like you just don't see changing ever. Like he was gonna die on that hill, literally.
Yep. Yeah. He kind of made his own grave. I saw an interview with the actor who played the kid, who said that he, like, in his mind, it was from literally their first interaction about the flowers. Like, since that point, he's like, all right, this is the plan. This is how it ends.
Yeah. It was, and Kristen Dunst.
Yeah.
Like,
Best
she
support.
did great.
Yeah, really good.
I wouldn't be upset if she got a Best Actress nomination for this. I don't think she's going to win, but I wouldn't be upset if she got the nom.
No, I think she did a really good job. And I think, like, the scene of her sitting at the piano downing the cocktail, then transitioning to her just full blown digging in the closet for the bottle was like a really well done transition. Just a good piece of filmmaking.
Yeah, very alcoholic movie.
Yeah.
They were back then. Everybody
Yeah.
were. Yeah.
It's true. So, she did great. Benedict, very interesting role for Benedict Cumberbatch here.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if he was trying to do like a super like Western accent or if he was just kind of doing like a normal, less just sort of American, not too much affect accent.
Sure.
Which is kind of like how most people talk, somewhere in the middle, not like super exaggerated, like, well, what in tarnation? Like,
yeah. I'm there.
Yeah.
I think it was good. I don't necessarily understand why it was called The Power of Dog.
Well, because there was like that last scripture at the end.
That's right.
Yeah.
The way that I kind of started to convince myself it was called that was because ever since the dog showed up on screen, like the kid's dog, like things started to fumble into motion, even though the dog had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Except for the fact that he came with the boy.
Right. Well, I thought it was because the boy, like Bronco, could see like the dog in the hills, like next to their ranch or whatever.
Oh, that's a good point.
I thought it would tie back to that. I didn't think it'd be sort of like the biblical allusion that it was. But I mean, I guess that this is like we're talking about now. That's why it's a good movie. We can sort of have these, thoughts about what everything kind of means.
That's really good. I hadn't even thought about the fact that he is so surprised when Peter is like, I see a dog. And he was almost like, I see a dog, but like, but was just impressed. And that's another thing I really loved was like the movie starts and Benedict Cumberbatch like is out to get this kid. Like he hates the idea of Kristen Dunst being there. He hates the idea of his brother being the way he is.
Yeah.
He hates this kid. He doesn't have a good relationship with his parents. And then this kid comes along. And again, he hates him, but then as time goes on, he starts to see like, okay, so this kid's got potential. Like I'm almost going to raise him under my wing.
For what purpose though?
Yeah, I did not catch that until I read online kind of what was going on. And I was like, oh.
Well, thinking about like what we kind of learned about Benedict Cumberbatch's character, like having, been in an honor society at Yale, and then meeting Bronco, who kind of turned him into the macho man that he is. I think he was trying to perpetuate that cycle one more generation, but then he's in the Bronco role to the kid.
Yeah, 100%. I think it was a pretty awesome movie. Now that we're talking about it more and more, I think I'm really gonna stick, because I was looking at my score earlier this morning and I was like, A-. That's pretty strong, but I think it deserves that A-. I think it was a good movie.
Yeah, I think I'll stick at my B+. Parts of it felt there was a lot of really good imagery, but a lot of the time the dialogue felt like it was a bit of like a filmed play.
It's true.
Like anytime you have the exchange, it's like, I'm going to get you a surprise. It's like, well, what is it? Well, if I tell you, it's not going to be a surprise.
That is true. It did do that a lot.
So, but it definitely did more right than wrong, like by far. So I'm not gonna like hold it against it. I just like don't know if I could bump it into the A range, but a super strong B+. That's right on the border there.
Yeah, absolutely. A very fun movie. Or sorry, because that's not true.
Not true.
a very interesting movie for Cumberbatch and everyone involved. I did text the guys when I was watching it, like, this isn't a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing. Although I will say, it was more fun to watch than House of Gucci was.
That's fair. The only really bad part to watch, I think, was the rabbit.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was not good.
100% thrown off by that whole situation there.
Yeah.
Tanner, I'm very intrigued for you to watch this and tell us what you think about this.
I might watch it tonight.
It's 2 hours. You could knock it out before you go to bed. It's you just got to go into it knowing that it's a little bit slower of a burn.
That's okay. I mean, I sometimes I really do like drama movies like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, very rarely, but like sometimes.
It's got your boy in it.
I love
Benny C.
Yes, I love him. He's awesome. I don't think I've ever seen him like the way you guys are describing him. Have you ever seen him in a role like that before?
No.
Ooh,
okay, so
I don't think even close, really.
No, he has done.
What was that?
A cocky asshole in most movies.
Imitation Game? I didn't see that, but I
didn't see it either.
Okay, but that's him, right?
Yeah. There you go. I guess that's the power of dog.
That's the power of
2 Seggies left.
I would think just to transition like we did last time. I think the power of the dog would have been made worse if you brought Gucci Mane in it.
Probably.
Yeah, wouldn't have been as great of an outcome of Gucci.
I just don't know if he translates to that time period very well.
Imagine, no, I don't think so. Imagine the kid sitting there with his rabbit on his desk, and then like the girl comes up, is disgusted, and then like and then you just see Gucci come in from the left, going, "It's Gucci." Like that's just not it. But yeah, I mean, job security for Jesse Plemons. Real quick, I know we're going long this week, but we had a loaded epi anyway. But net worth of Jesse Plemons. This is a good one. It's not a lot, which is
22.
very surprising.
30.
It is, as of this year, $8 million.
What the fuck? Well, you know what? It makes sense.
Well,
he's an agent.
He does.
He was born in Dallas, Texas.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, I mean, Friday Night Lights, that guy. I mean,
yeah, I guess that's true.
Breaking Bad, Friday Night Lights. He was in Fargo, Black Mirror, Game Night, The Irishman. He was in The Irishman too. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Love that movie. Of course I do.
Oh, shit. How about this for some trivia here? Jesse Plemons and Kristen Dunst began dating in 2016. They became engaged in 2017 and had a baby in 2018.
What the hell?
They seem like they're like 10 years apart in age. Like just in my mind. I don't think it's true at all, but
100%. It also says here that he's often called Fat Damon because he looks like Matt Damon, but fat.
it's no fair.
It's not fair to him. It's not fair to Damon or him.
No.
But I love that. This is the Jesse Plemons / Gucci Mane episode of this podcast. In fact, it is called The Diary of a Wimpy Movie and Job Security episode.
There we go.
That's
that.
it for this week. But Tanner, transition us into Hawkeye.
Real quick before we talk about episode 3, just really fast, I want to see. I missed last week.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Publix.
Yeah,
that's taken care of. But I wanted to know where you guys are at after the second one, just real quick.
After the second, we were kind of mixed to down. We weren't, just to sort of summarize, we weren't crazy about Haley Steinfeld.
I agree with that.
I think she redeemed herself a lot in this episode. I think she was a lot better. But it also just felt like there were so many characters and like she had to like comment like on all of it and like it just felt like they tried to shove too much into 2 episodes.
I can agree with that.
Yep, I think that's right.
But I mean, I just thought it was so far. I mean, I'd like Hawkeye, but like I don't have a word for it. It's just like, did I need it?
Yeah, I think this one did a little bit better.
Yeah, this one was more funny.
It was more funny. The tone was more consistent. That was another thing about like a lot of the first 2 episodes. They jump between like hyper dark and serious, and then they had that stupid LARPing scene.
You gotta love LARPing.
I do. I'll make the same joke I made last time. I also loved it when it was in the 2008 movie Role Models.
It's true.
Yeah. But yeah, Tanner, you go first. Talk about this episode since we got our thoughts out on 1 and 2 last week.
Well, I thought this episode was it was a lot funnier.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly just because Hawkeye couldn't hear her half the time, and then she kept fucking forgetting that she couldn't, he couldn't hear, which was funny. You know what? I got a lot more emotional Hawkeye than I ever thought I was going to, like when he was trying to talk to his son.
Yeah.
And, goddamn, that kind of made me sad. And
sorry, on that, I thought it was I just made the connection now. That was like a really tough situation that like he wasn't able to get out of himself. He needed her, but like when he was physically like tied up, he was able to basically like get out of that himself. So I think that was like interesting parallel between like how she can like help him.
My question is, it's just like how in the world did she get herself in a situation like this quickly? Like she's with an Avenger now. That quickly. It's just like,
I mean, you saw how well connected she is, running a crazy security company, and
being apparently a expert martial artist / fencer / archer /
like how many world champion like pugilists are out there in the world that like we don't know? Do you work with like 4 of them at Publix? Do I like work with like 5 of them at like where I work? Like.
Yeah, I can't even get good. I wasn't even that good at slinging pizzas. I did that for 3 years. Like, what the shit? Yeah, but I did enjoy this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I loved how he hinted towards a bigger guy.
Yeah.
But my question is, if I'm Haley Steinfeld, I'm like, who is it? Who? What's his name? Blah, blah, blah. Are we going to ask any freaking questions? Thank you, script. But yeah, I'm still a little on the fence about her. I mean, she's pretty cool.
Do you know
she's a singer? Yeah, I knew that.
Well, first of all, if you want to talk about, just to hammer it in one more time, job security for this woman, man. She's in the Spider-Verse movies. She plays Gwen. She's Spider-Gwen.
What?
She's She's in Hawkeye, of course. She was in the Dickinson show about Emily Dickinson on Apple TV Plus, and she was in gosh, she had one more thing that dropped this week. Like she had a huge week. Man, I
Mhm.
forget what the other thing was, but
Music.
like she's doing a ton. She's very much so sought after right now,
And a pop star.
and a pop
And-
star.
And a beaut, if I don't say
Yeah,
so myself.
Yeah, gorgeous woman, but
Very.
that's besides the point.
And she plays it. I mean, how old is she? Because she plays like I feel like the show's trying to make her younger, and she's doing that pretty well. Like she's 22 years old, right? In the show.
She's
Nice.
About that, yeah.
she's
Big
24 in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
so
never mind.
she's playing her age, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Roughly.
Because I was like, man, you're doing that really well.
Oh, she was in Pitch Perfect.
Did she
Haley Steinfeld was?
sing
That's-
or did she act?
That's what
Like, what's
IMDb
the-
says. Or
Wow.
Wikipedia, I guess.
So it was
Wow.
Clay Matthews up from the Green Bay Packers
Shout.
Yeah, we know.
and David
Big
Bakhtiari
shouts to Clay Matthews.
and D-Box. He still hasn't started for us this year yet. Come back, please. I miss you. Anywho,
Sports Minute.
oh yeah, go Paco. Logan, what did you think? Go Paco.
Yeah, I was into it, man. Oh God, who's calling me? Jesus! Shout out to you, Catherine, for calling me in the middle of
Tell
recording.
Catherine, go Paco.
She oh my God, she's calling me again, motherfucker.
Maybe you should answer. That's
Yeah,
fine. She knows you're
we can
recording.
handle this. We can handle this.
Okay, hold on, I'll be back.
Sure. What were your thoughts on Echo? If we're getting a lot more of her, what were your thoughts about her her introduction?
Echo.
Maya,
Dude, I'm not following. Why am I not following?
the chick whose intro like we saw like before
Oh,
like, the
yeah,
credits.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Wow, that went kind of over my head. But it was it's pretty terrible. And first of all, I thought that guy was John Stamos.
He did look like a little bit like John Stamos.
Yes.
Kind of a indigenous versus Greek version of
Yes.
John Stamos.
For like, I was like, it was kind of dark in my room, and I was looking at my phone for 2 seconds, and I look up, I'm like, hey, Stamos. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But
And then he signed to Maya, Have Mercy, and it all clicked.
but that was it's a pretty sad intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into it. I dug this episode more than I dug the first two, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, just like Loki, that this show's only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So we're halfway done at this point.
Didn't Loki only come out with 1 episode at the beginning too?
I think it did. I think
Yeah.
you're right. I think it only dropped with 1 initially. I know Falcon and the Winter Soldier dropped it with 2, didn't it?
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. But they were both like
And Wanda.
long. They were both like over 40 minutes long.
It's
pretty
true.
Sure.
It's true. I feel like I'm kind of worried. I feel like the show's doing a lot, like with her parents being possibly evil, or I'm sorry, her stepdad and her mom being possibly evil, and then the possibility that we may see Kingpin and he's behind the tracksuit mafia.
Totally makes the type of gang he'd have.
And then Echo being introduced. Like, I just think, ooh, she's going to Culver's. Do I want anything?
Probably.
yeah, you do. Let the
Yeah.
shit.
Let's
It's
live
fine.
rate your Culver's order.
Okay.
Get
Okay.
that cod sandwich.
Sure.
That
Let's do
sandwich
it.
is fucking good.
Okay, we're gonna go. I love how you guys are just
I'm
anticipating.
excited, dude. What are you gonna
just gotta
get?
know.
We're just gonna do a. I don't know what you call them, but we'll just do a burger.
Okay. Strong.
Listen to what he gets on his burger.
You don't have to. You don't have to hear those details.
No, yes, you do.
Burger with fries.
Hell yeah.
You know what?
Ooh.
I already ate and I worked on the Pelly. I don't need that. You know what? Nah, I do.
Yeah, you do. No, just get one. of
No,
the
I'm
big
taking
ass
the burger
milkshake.
off. I don't need the burger. I already had dinner. I worked out. I'll just do fries.
Get the milkshake.
Fries first.
That's it. Hey,
Hey,
already had dinner. This is great content.
Great
Um,
content.
This episode's just a lot. But yeah, guys, I thought it was cool. I just feel like it's doing a lot. I'm worried that it's not going to resolve everything, but I mean, they've proved us wrong before. They're going to handle it just fine.
Yeah.
It'll end beautifully, I'm sure, just like the other shows did.
Are we thinking season 2 for this one or one and done?
That's a good question, because I can very much so see this being Jeremy Renner's like out.
Basically.
But like, what if we follow her around for a season?
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
And
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
First, maybe.
Say what?
She needs to do a little more for me too. Also, for me to really want that.
Yeah,
What else can she do? She's shown off. She's a damn good archer. And Hawkeye said it too.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I like that. I like the scene of them working together. I thought that was clever.
I thought the camera work in the car sequence was amazing.
That was really awesome. Long shot, that like 90-second shot. I felt
like I was in the car when he said hold on and went. I was like, holy shit, that's how that looks.
I leaned over to Rachel when that scene started. And I was like, we're not going to get a cut till they get out of the car. I mean, that was a lie. It cut very, very soon after, but still, it was still a great shot.
It was awesome.
Yeah, 100%. I think so. Yeah, I'm into it. I'm intrigued to see how Echo goes. Also, the casting for the little kid Echo looks exactly like grown-up Echo.
Wonderful cast.
So wonderful casting. Do you think, Tanner? I mean, I don't even know if it's a do you think at this point. That's Kingpin. Uncle is Kingpin from the Daredevil series. Because when it's in that beginning scene and he like pinches her cheek and laughs, I was like, that's his laugh. That's his voice. He's Kingpin. That's it. Yeah. Now, whether it's, I've heard rumor about how same thing with Daredevil. It's not going to be the same Daredevil from the Netflix series. It's just going to be them casting the same actor to play the same role.
Okay.
Which is a little confusing.
I was going to say the least confusing option they went with.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, I really like both of those actors in both of those roles, so I'm cool with it. Although it just would have been nice for it to carry over the history and the backstory from the Netflix series.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I'm here for all of this, man. I love I love Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. He kills it. So I'm ready for it. I'm entertained. I'm hooked.
Me too.
I'm liking it more than Loki right now. I'll say that.
Dang. I mean, I think it's less heady of a show. I think it's more what we sort of come to expect from Marvel movies. So I think it's a good take.
Yeah, sure. So that's where I stand on it. I'm in.
Swag.
Me too.
That used to be my catchphrase in high school. No
I know.
lie.
I was like, it's been literally years since I've hit just like an apropos of nothing swag. So.
Yeah, I used to hit just people with that swag line all the time. So I definitely am no stranger to that.
Oh gosh.
But Tanner, for the most part, that's it. But it is the first week of the month.
Which means
so we usually talk about what content we've consumed in the last month and what we're doing now. So Tanner, I know you had a little shorter of a list.
I do.
What's going on in your life in terms of movies? I don't care about the other shit. I'm just kidding.
I'm watching Dexter New Blood.
Yep.
Which is crazy so far.
Yep.
It really is crazy, right?
Oh, Tanner, I have to text. I forgot. I was asleep last night when you watched the new episode. I got to text you after this.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. We'll talk.
Yeah.
But that Hawkeye, I guess, which we already knew that. And me and my roommate started this show, which I really like. It's called Young Justice, HBO Max.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
The what?
Young Justice. You've heard of it. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, Yeah. I thought you said The Unjustice.
Ooh.
No. Well, there is.
That sounds tight too. I want to see that.
Yeah, so that's it for me. What about you, Logan? Logan.
I'm watching a few things. I've finished more than what I'm watching, though. I mean, review posted the other day on Sunday for Made. I finished that.
I want to get that in before the end of the year. That's my goal on that one.
Yeah, that definitely in my top 10 of shows for the year. I finished the second season of The Morning Show, which was just fine, nothing crazy. I'm with Tanner. I'm watching Dexter as well. I'm watching Succession season 3, although we are 7 episodes behind because Catherine, quote, wants to just watch it all at once, which I don't hate the take, but I wish I was up to date with the Twitter talk is all.
Sure.
There was a Netflix show that was animated. It came out like a month ago. I watched it in like a day. It was real quick. It was called Inside Job.
Oh, that was good.
You watched it?
I did.
It just, essentially like a workplace comedy of like essentially like all the theories about the government, like the government pulling the strings of our day-to-day lives and stuff. Like it was an animated comedy about like the people who pulled the strings of our everyday lives.
So American Dad?
Kind of, but a little more extreme than American Dad is.
Sure.
Yeah. I think it was made by the people who, that's actually incorrect. I was going to say the people who helped write Rick and Morty, but I think there's some truth to that, but not like, it's not like the same exact people that did it.
Some talent crossover, but not, yeah.
Sure. I watched the second season of Tiger King, which was underwhelming as shit. Okay. I gave it a C. I think a review's coming out for that this week on Instagram. Very. I mean, Joe Exotic's in prison.
He's the draw.
Exactly. And with no Joe Exotic, you're just watching people abuse animals.
I'm not there to watch Jeff Lowe. Come on.
And that's what you get. It's 100% what it is.
Jeff Lowe's he's just an asshole. Joe Exotic, 100%. Asshole as well. Electric character.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, all it is it focuses mainly on like the disappearance of Carol's husband and like the police case around that and like the investigations they've done. Like they dedicate like there's like I think it's 7 episodes. They dedicate like 4 of them to Carol Baskin's husband.
Mm-hmm.
Like which after this season, I'm fully in the camp that she chopped his ass up and fed him to the tigers.
Dang.
I fully believe that that's what happened. But I don't know. I mean, none of us know.
Right.
I mean, if the glove didn't fit, I mean, but
casual OJ?
Some OJ content for you. I watched the final season of F is for Family. Bill Burr's animated comedy. It came out, the last season came out on Thanksgiving Day, and I watched it like on Saturday when I was doing nothing. It was good finale to the show. I watched a movie on Apple TV Plus called Finch, starring Tom Hanks, and he builds a robot friend in the end of the world, and it's just fine, like the rest of Apple TV Plus's content, just fine.
Is his name Finch and the robot's name is Wall-E? So it's a prequel?
It's a prequel to Wall-E. A live-action prequel to Wall-E.
It's what we all needed.
It is. But also in terms of like what else I've got going on, I watched the first episode of Cowboy Bebop.
The live-action
version.
Okay.
And I'm intrigued. I'm interested.
Nice.
It's fun. It's a very fun thing to watch.
Yeah.
It's very Guardians of the Galaxy. Like the characters you've met so far are just like full of themselves, but they also like embrace like pop culture. It's very fun watch.
Maybe instead of Star Wars Visions, this is your backdoor into the world of anime.
I was thinking the same thing. So who knows?
We'll see.
The Shrink Next Door is a comedy drama about Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd, which is actually pretty damn good.
What's that even on?
It's Apple.
Oh, okay.
Which
so that's
this breaks the mold.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I wish it was on something else because I really want more people to watch it because it's really good. And then finally, my background show, my get ready for work show, my morning coffee show has been Spider-Man from 1994, the animated show.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just chugging along on it, man, and it's
I
good.
feel like, is it good? It feels like it might be a bit of a tough watch.
It's tough in certain scenes because there's things from the mid 90s that you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
nah, no more of that. But other than that, I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's an easy background show. You don't have to pay attention
Yeah.
to it. However, the
Amazing.
episodes do like pick up after each other, like a drama would.
Nice.
So you kind of have to watch them in order, but I mean, you can throw on any episode and be entertained.
Sure.
Especially because they hit you with a previously on Spider-Man.
Oh, there you go. You're all good then.
Oh, yeah. And the episodes are like after the intro and the previously on, it's like 18 minutes an
I was gonna
episode.
say, if you're at 15, I will be surprised.
So you can just pump those babies out. But other than that, that's what I had going on. Matt, what's in your pipeline? What's going on in your world?
Mine's actually quite seasonal now that I'm like looking at it all together. I think it was recording day Monday. My review on the Instagram went out for Deer Rider. Just like to hit the slopes. I don't snowboard, I ski. So, but either way, just like to get that footage and get kind of the vibes before the season starts. So that was really entertaining. It's about Burton snowboards. You might well know it as the jacket Bernie Sanders wears and the memes he's in. That is a Burton snowboard jacket.
That's amazing. Please tell me they acknowledge it.
I don't think it's there because they focus more on like the actual boards and less like the apparel around it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But if you do go in, just know the last 20 or so minutes or so, it's a bit of a downer. So just kind of know that going in, but it's high quality if you're into any kind of like extreme sport or and sort of like business-y documentaries, if that's interesting to you. There's less of that, but if that's the best, if that's the way you can pitch it to someone you watch a movie with, then there's that angle too. Lots of romantic comedy holiday themed movies. The Holiday was one that was recently on. Not crazy about it. This is the second. I was just half watching it this time. When I watched it the first time, I had it confused in my mind with Just Friends. So I was like, when is this going to be funny and not just like people's lives kind of falling apart?
Wait, so you're telling me you don't think Jack Black's performance in that movie is Oscar worthy?
I don't think I do. I think he does fine. I don't think he should get an Oscar for it.
The most random casting. Why is Jack Black in that movie?
Dude, his agent said like, Jack, you can do it. Go serious. But like half serious. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Like every once in a while he hits you with that Jack Black eyebrow and you're like,
yes,
is he gonna say something?
But I'm hoping that this is the last month I bring up 30 Rock. We're on the last season, so I'm just pumping it out. I just turned it into it's the Spider-Man. I'm just trying to get through it. It's good. I like it, but it's one of those like I'm ready for something new.
Where do you think you're gonna land on that one?
I might have already put it on the spreadsheet actually, but I think high B to A. Yeah, I said A minus. I stand by that. It was solidified when I was talking to my friend about it. He said, like, just like notice how many like jokes per minute there are in this show. And then you watch it with like thinking about that. It's like, dang, they're just going for it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. And so it's good. And then to kind of round it out, to sort of tie in a little bit with Tanner's Young Justice, I've been hitting up some Justice League Unlimited, not the original, the Unlimited. where
Oh,
they
yeah.
basically have the whole DC canon to pick up and put together for some stories. And I like how they always kind of do sort of like an extended Monster of the Week with just kind of like a random little cast. I will forever love the episode where Booster Gold gets his due. Justice for Booster Gold. But yeah, man, that's it. I'm sure this next month will have even more Christmassy stuff, and hopefully I can get through some of the other good stuff that y'all been talking about.
Justice for Booster Gold.
Justice for Booster Gold, man.
Shouts. With the Spider-Man show, I kind of told myself, like, I'll do the Spider-Man show as my background show, then I'll like do a DC, and then I'll go back to Marvel and maybe watch the X-Men show that gets all the attention.
Yep.
Especially since they're going to come back and do more episodes of those in a few years. I think that would be a ton of fun to watch just because of all the hype and talk that show and praise that it gets.
For sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna bounce back and forth between some Marvel and some DC, like classic 90s and 80s like cartoons. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
For sure, man.
And that might be episode 256.
Ooh.
Banger.
Big boy.
Shouts to Tanner for hosting.
I think we should vamp for like another 3.5 minutes just to get to that flat 90.
Yeah, we could just talk about something.
Dude, that Buzz Lightyear Star Command, though.
Hey, I was actually thinking before I started Spider-Man, I was like, wait. I should watch Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
And then you got halfway through one episode and said, nah.
No, I don't know. I don't even think it might have even been a dream. Like me thinking like I need to watch Buzz Lightyear Star Command, but I just never did. I don't know. We could talk about kind of content for the next couple weeks here. According to our kind of rundown of things that are hot this weekend, there's a movie coming out on Netflix called The Unforgivable with Sandra Bullock. I don't know what it's about at all. I just know it's on Netflix and it's apparently she's starting to do, I've seen like some press for it. I don't know what it's about necessarily.
So between Power of the Dog and I feel like there was one more Netflix movie before, but I feel like they've been knocking it out of the park. So I'm definitely down for that.
Absolutely. And more notably, West Side Story comes out this weekend.
Yes. Yep.
So I know I'll probably try to get it. Tanner, I know you're usually on the fence when it comes to musicals. So I don't fully expect you to make it out to see that, but I'm sure, Matt, you're going to be lining up with me to go see it.
I am the musical guy. So
you are the in-house musical guy. There's worse things to be called, I think.
There's a lot worse things to be called. Benedict Cumberbatch would have a few choice words for it. So
yeah, for sure. Then of course next week we've got Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
But of course, or not of course, but when I saw whatever the last movie we saw in theaters was, they showed a trailer for The Unforgivable. Or no, I'm sorry, not The Unforgivable. I'm looking at the wrong line. Nightmare Alley.
I saw that.
Which is from Guillermo del Toro. It's like a mystery, I think like a whodunit. It stars Bradley Cooper, Kate Blanchett, Willem Dafoe. There's some good names in there, and I might check that one out. I don't know if I'm going to get to it in the theaters to see that the same weekend as Spider-Man, but it comes out that same weekend. Then the following weekend is The Matrix and The King's Man, the prequel to the Kingsman. I haven't seen the Kingsland movies, so I'll probably be out on that one.
Sure.
And then I won't spoil my thoughts for it, but we're going to do a run through in a few weeks for The Matrix. And I don't know if I'm going to catch the new Matrix movie.
Dang.
I don't know if I'm there.
Dang.
I don't know. I know. So I might miss that one too, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see, who knows?
We'll see.
You never know.
Tanner, have you seen The Matrix?
No.
So you're going to watch it for the first time for this run through.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what you think. I have a feeling you'll really like it.
I know. It's just something I missed.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it. It's just one of those that I missed.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to it though.
Okay.
Looking forward to our amazing Spider-Man run through. Are
you gonna come over this week and watch those?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna have to get Catherine to watch them.
When the absolute hell am I gonna do?
Oh,
I'm
We'll figure it out.
School right now. Like, come
Hey,
on.
we're at an hour and 30 minutes.
there we go.
All
All right.
See you later. Bye.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time. See you for Thursday at Ghostbusters. Bye.
Bye. See you guys.
Say hey, where you